And we should be going live. Say something, please. Oh god, no, you're not.
Oh no?
I'm
Oh no.
glad I double checked. Why is this? What the heck? It's on default. Why is this not working? No, you're not.
Oh no?
I'm
Oh no.
glad I double
Hello?
checked. Okay. Oh god, there's echoes. Oh god,
Oh no.
everything's gone wrong. Okay, people can hear you now.
Okay, that's good.
We had to bring back the audio issues just in time for our finale.
Yeah. Okay. I had to unmute the stream. I just wanted to double check. But yes, I'm audible. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway. Welcome to Shenanimegans, Season 3 finale, episode whatever.
Starting
12? 11? I don't
12, the finale.
Yeah, that's it.
Because we did that one double episode this season, so...
Yeah.
Since we did 12, 13 episodes.
That's right. Yep.
Alright, so...
We have a lot to get through, so
yeah,
maybe get right into it.
Yeah, so we're starting with our news.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with an anime announcement about filth, and immediately get ourselves content blocked.
Alright.
Iya Nakao Sari Nagara Opansu Misete Moraitai Dojin series inspires anime. I did not pronounce that right, but it's I want you to make a disgusted face and show me your underwear. Oh!
It's such an awful name.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Even the visual is bad. It's all just girls who are completely disgusted showing it's what is this? White
filth.
Filth. Welcome to anime. Anime was a mistake. This is going to be anime of the year, you know. Like everyone's going to watch this and love it.
Oh yeah.
I assume it's going to be an OVA.
Fantastic. Yeah. Probably.
This project has more than 70,000 books in print, including illustration collections, photo collections, and manga.
Illustration collections is an interesting phrase.
Yes, it's 18 plus.
Oh, what a surprise.
I like how it's like the illustrations and photos feature women in various outfits showing disgusted faces in their underwear. It's like, I wouldn't have guessed that was the content from the name. The ultra-specific name. But here we are.
Oh, I feel like that preview image is just like anime.jpg. It's just, yep, that's what anime is nowadays.
Yep.
This is going to be a garbage thing, and I feel like I'm going to watch it anyway, just to see just how garbage it is.
2018 is going to be a good year.
Yep.
Next up we had, apparently, according to the Golden Kamuy Central, they had retweeted and translated saying the Golden Kamuy manga account says, thanks to readers and booksellers this year, the decision for the anime could be announced. As for the continuous support, because we'll continue to hear them next year. So it's kind of implying that all the manga readers and buyers and the increase in the sales when it came to North America too is part of what helped push it to actually get an anime. So it's kind of cool that it's kind of saying like, hey, buy manga you like. There's a chance it'll get anime if you do. So
yeah,
it's just
it's cool that they actually came in and said that.
And they also thank the manga readers too.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yes. Anyways, moving on from that because we gotta go back.
Yeah.
Non Biori is back with an anime movie for the summer vacation movie, and I'm super excited for this. I love Non Biori. It's one of my favorite series. I've actually already pre-ordered the 9th volume of manga that comes out January 23rd. Though I will not get it till the 30th, because I pre-ordered it with something that comes on the 30th. I pre-ordered Made in Abyss Volume 1 that comes on the 23rd. Non-Biori Volume 9 that comes on the 23rd, and Nanashi to Asterism, or Nameless Asterism Volume 1 that comes out on the 30th, so I should get that on the 30th. But yeah.
Cool.
I'm not sure if this is set during... because there actually is a point where they go on their trip. They kind of skip it. I think it's in Season 2 or like in between the seasons. They just kind of skip over it, I think, and I think they might have done an OVA for it. I'm not sure. I don't know where they're fitting this in.
Yeah.
I'm super excited, and hopefully, if it does really well, they'll do another season of anime eventually. They might be waiting for the manga to get farther ahead or something, or even just another
Yeah.
movie would be nice. But it's just always nice to get more content.
Definitely. On Biori is one of those shows where you've mentioned it so many times that I think I need to check it out just because of that. So
It's
this
just
is
super
it's cool.
cute,
Yeah,
relaxing, and has a canonical lesbian.
that's good.
Yeah. Um, a lot of people weren't sure at first because they're all like, well, it says like they're, God, what's the word? They,
Uh,
they were looking up to one of their senpai, and it says like this word or whatever for it blossomed into love. And the wording was a bit weird with fan subs, it changed a lot, but the official manga actually says like it's love. Like this,
yeah.
she fucking loves her. But it's hard for you to not think that because she makes like a ton of plushies of the other girl and is like kind of obsessed.
hmm
She's in 5th grade though, so it's okay. She's a child.
Ah,
She
yeah.
doesn't understand,
Cool.
but it's really cute. It's
Yeah.
just a dumb show with a bunch of cute kids, and it reminds me a lot of going out to the cabin every summer.
hmm
Very laid back.
Cool. So yeah, summer 2018.
Yes, I'm so
Cool.
excited.
Yeah.
And then we have Kimono Friends.
Yeah.
So I called this. I remember when we were talking about it, and people are saying, well, they made this without consent from the board of directors, and I was like, that's bullshit. There's no way the board doesn't know about this. Like, you can't greenlight an entire anime project and go through all the steps of animating, creating, distributing, getting the voice actors doing the sound effects without the production company knowing. And one of the Yorozu executives basically confirmed that yeah, they knew about it the whole time. He got fired for
Yeah.
something else that they haven't said, and they just made like this was just a rumor that spread around.
Yeah.
They were basically just suddenly fired. There's also rumors that it's going to Sunrise, so it makes sense to me if they just fire them all because they want it to go to Sunrise, who's known for miking toys
hmm
with the Gundam stuff, and they just want really hard push toys.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think, because especially since Tatsuki near the end of the original run made the show a lot darker, like it became more dark, and I could see him taking and wanting to push that darker approach in season 2, and then like, nah, we want to sell toys to kids, fuck you.
hmm
Of course,
That-
we don't know for sure, because there's probably gag orders on everything.
Yeah. They probably have to be super careful about everything they say. I'm kind of surprised that this guy even said this much.
Yeah,
Coming out and confirming and denying stuff and
yeah.
is one of the other things. It was the second news story that Crunchyroll posted, but it was just like an extension of this that was just saying like he confirmed that Yaya Rozu is definitely not continuing with the project, and they're definitely not.
Yeah, I think
Working
that's
on the
where
second
it
season.
said the rumors were saying Sunshine might get it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But those are
yeah, it
just
was after
rumors
that.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they addressed the official announcement that was made on September 27th. Fukuhara notes that episodes 12.1 and the advertising collaborations were made after officially reporting to the Kimono Friends production committee to acquire the proper permissions and approvals, and that the doujinshi distributed at Comiket were created with a special license obtained directly from series conceptual designer Mine Yoshizaki. So he basically said the official announcement is bullshit.
hmm
Which we kind of all saw coming, because again, there's no way you can make an entire anime without someone knowing.
Yeah.
And then also, they got the voice actresses to try to apologize for him, which is scummy too. It's like the whole thing was just.
Just weird and bad and ugh.
Yeah.
I really hope that the Kimono Friends fans are all like kind of show some solidarity in this and like don't support the second season much
See,
at
that
all.
still hurts too a bit.
Yeah.
But in better news for Kimono Friends, they won the overall best CG series at the 3rd CG World Awards. Specifically, Yao Yorozu did.
Yeah.
The studio did. The winners were announced. Let's see, what was all? Other notable winners include OLM Digital for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable Chapter 1 for live action film category, and Orange for Land of the Lustrous in the TV anime category. And Square Enix and Platinum Games for Nier Automata in the game graphics category.
Yeah.
Commentating on Yorozu's grand prize win, the editor-in-chief noted that while it doesn't have the most high-end animation, it captured a unique appeal of Japanese animation. You can read about it more here, but he specifically praised director Tatsuki, animation director Yoshihisa Issa, and the art director Yuko Shiromizu for continuing to produce both commercial and original work, even after. I think that specifically, I'm glad you're still in this industry, even after they tried to screw you. Because it definitely sounds like they tried to get them blacklisted, and they're just like, nah, fuck you. We do what we want. That's basically what it sounds like at this point. Everyone's just so sick of them. But, even the other guy who came out about it, I'm sure there's gag orders, and he's just like, oh, I don't give a shit. You tried to blacklist them, they're still making stuff. You have no say. The people are with us, not with you. And I bet a lot of the creators are also with them and not with the production committees, which it's also good because with places like Netflix opening up and starting to handle all this money, they're starting to move away from production committees, which allows for a lot more unique and original stuff, and to get away from this sort of hold on control and give back power to the creators.
Yeah. I wonder if Tatsuki is probably talking to Crunchyroll and Amazon and Netflix and them and trying to get something directly with them, since they're getting into helping with production stuff.
Definitely see them talking to Crunchyroll with how close they were.
Yeah.
I mean, Hime actually shows up in a crowd shotting Kimono Friends.
Oh yeah.
I think they helped produce it too, so there's a good chance they could put some money into it.
And speaking of Tatsuki making things, they showed a teaser for a new something from them. This
might actually be what he was quoting when he talks about those three specifically still making stuff, because those three are also working on this. It's his 3-person independent animation group, Eurodori.
Yeah.
Which also includes Yuko Shiromizu, the art director for Kimono Friends, and the animation director, Yoshihisa Issa.
Yeah. They put out a flyer at the Comic-Con on Friday, and it's a black and white thing. There appears to be a person in it.
and it apparently says TV anime start, but TVA is mostly faded. Also, that's an ass. Damn.
Yep. And I'm assuming the TV and the words being faded means that it's probably going to be a web series sort of thing, or a primarily streaming.
Or they might be trying to get it for TV, but if they don't, they won't.
Yeah.
They also put out the short on Thursday, Keifuku-san, which maybe it's a full anime version of Keifuku-san or whatever. But I still haven't seen all of this short, but it looks cool.
Yeah, I actually didn't watch it yet.
I don't think it has subs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's why I didn't watch it.
I'm sure someone on the internet is making subs for it. Yeah.
Yeah. 5-minute video complete story previously told in 2 shorts.
Yeah.
So, yay, Tatsuki still making stuff. Tatsuki sticking it to the man.
Yeah.
Tatsuki doing what he wants.
Yeah. And I don't think we brought the news story for it, but he went to accept an award somewhere and he wore a penguin mask. That's great.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where that was. I think that might have been the CG Anime Awards.
Yeah, maybe.
They got the grand prize at. I'm not sure, but...
The next story...
we do have another story. The page changes.
Yeah, we do, Scroll down there, 2 more things. But yeah, it's the end of the Kimono Friends / Tatsuki news block.
Wait, they're using Hatsune Miku's voice for official voice acting for an anime. Damn.
Yeah.
I just saw this. These are all trains that turn into Transformers too. This is gonna be wild.
Yeah.
Wait, she's also a character that's literally still Hatsune Miku.
That's when I saw this. I'm like, wow, they're really leaning into this. She's
not even doing a voice acting role. She's literally doing an acting role because it looks like her too.
Seriously.
Hatsune Miku will play a character named Miku Hatsune, written with Japanese characters for pronunciation rather than first in sound. And an 11-year-old robot pilot who commands the Shinkalion H5 Hayabusa. I have to watch this now.
Yeah.
It sounds ridiculous.
There's also a short trailer at the bottom.
Yeah. CG, it looks so corny. It's like old school mecha Super Sentai stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna make my friend who loves mecha watch this with me. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna send this to them right now. While we do this, you won't see it, but
yeah. Gotta watch the Miku train show.
yes, Miku trains.
Yeah.
Miku train fighter.
Oh, and this is airing next season, January 6th, 2018.
Yeah. I actually saw the poster for it and didn't even realize about that.
Yeah.
And our last news is 4 former Anime Strike exclusive titles are now on High Dive. Actually, I heard a tweet just earlier today, which this might actually be a link to. Right, they're picking up stuff that used to be Anime Strike exclusive. Let me. I open this up somewhere else. I'll see if I can find this again.
Okay. So you look for that. I'll talk about this a bit because the shows are Grimoire Zero, Hirotsujime, My Hero, Kabukibu, and Anonymous Noise. And they used to be Anime Strike exclusives and are now mostly free on High Dive, except for Grimoire Zero, which is for members only, I guess. And this is kind of significant because Anime Strike sucks and High Dive actually kind of doesn't. So it would be nice if High Dive they could get more of Anime Strike's exclusive shows, even if it's a couple months later. So hopefully this means that the big shows that Anime Strike has their hands on will be able to be seen by more people. Like, there isn't a whole lot of...
So I found the tweet. So
okay.
Caitlin Rose, who is an anime and manga blogger who has apparently a thing called Abusive Relationships in Shoujo Manga by the Numbers, which is interesting. I don't know if it's actually... yeah, it sounds like it's actually abusive, so... Anyways, like, he actually points out abuse in them. Anyways, they have allegedly ended up in a lift with an Amazon video guy, told him about the community's frustration with Strike, and he said Amazon is deciding about revamping the service or killing it outright.
Yeah.
So that might be in relation. Like, that actually, the timing is there, and, like, people are saying, like, oh, it's like the fabled uncle works at Nintendo, and they're saying, like, it's true, I'm prepared for nothing to change, could be lying, could be wrong, the hypes could change their mind. Like, it's still just what someone said, and I at least give them some bit of credit, because they are, like, followed by Miles from Crunchyroll, someone who does a bunch of retro anime opening and ending stuff, and then Kanapa Effect, who does a lot of in-depth industry videos and works with Crunchyroll and stuff as well. So there are some people who, like, they're connected to who have credibility. So I kind of...
It seems like this could be legit.
Yeah, it could be legit that they ran into an actual Amazon video guy. Whether the video guy's telling the truth or not, or fucking with them, that we don't know.
Yeah.
And again, whether their information is accurate and correct, we don't know, but it would make sense with them giving up their exclusive titles. So...
Well, Amazon...
Since everyone hates it so much and refuses to use it, they're not making money off the anime. Why are they buying the rights, right? Like,
yeah,
or
exactly.
the exclusive rights and paying more for it.
Yeah. I just hope this means that all of the stuff the Anime Strike has eventually gets to other services. Like, if they stop doing it...
Just drop the exclusives. That's all they need to do.
Yeah.
Or because they said they might revamp it or whatever, right? Make it so it can be its own service that you don't need Prime for. Like, make it so it's not a double paywall. I can actually watch anime because I'm in Canada. I don't have the double paywall. Right now, that's America only. So, yeah. But it took them a month, or like 2 or 3 months of me having Prime before they finally said, oh yeah, you can use Prime Video now. Like, it's not working well.
That's dumb.
Yeah, but that's why I started watching Land of the Lustrous again. I can watch it legally.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Reminder that you need to keep watching Land of the Lustrous.
Me too. I also need to watch Girls' Last Tour, which is also on there, so...
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is.
But these are also all previous seasons. They might just start doing a
Yeah.
thing where they drop previous seasons. Like next season, maybe they'll announce, "Oh, Made in Abyss is now for everywhere," or whatever. But
Yeah. I think I looked it up. I think all four of these shows were spring or summer of last season or
yeah,
last year. So it's like probably 6 months after they air. After
yeah.
they're done
They're
airing, they
doing
might
the
be
Netflix
free up.
thing. They're doing the Netflix thing. When are we gonna be able to watch Kakegurui?
Ugh. Never.
Yeah.
Be
So
stuck forever.
speaking of next season, are you excited to not watch Violet Evergarden like everyone else that doesn't
Oh,
watch
can't
it?
wait to not be able to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be such a fun time not watching Violet Evergarden.
hmm You just reminded me. I'm doing my weekly check on Netflix of if Children of the Whales is available yet,
Yeah,
and
that's gonna be a while.
nope,
Oh,
nope, still not available.
but Final
Oh,
Fantasy VII Advent Children is now on Netflix, so you know.
oh, good.
Yeah. Alright, so I think that's all of our news. We kind of
Yeah,
jumped through it. Only took 20
I
minutes,
believe
not
it's
bad. We had a lot of news
yeah,
actually this time.
we did.
So into what we were watching this week or last week.
Yeah, so yeah. I'll start this off because I actually don't have a whole lot because I
Alright.
was doing a bunch of other stuff this week.
I was homesick, so I read and
Yeah.
watched a decent amount.
Yeah. So first off, the first thing I did was I watched the final episode of Two Car because that came out like the day or two after the last episode of this podcast. So
Yeah, it came on the
I watched that.
24th, so the day after.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that episode was bad. It's got a bad
Oh
finish
no, no.
because they. Oh, it was so
Does
frustrating.
one of them
'Cause
actually go out with the driver at the end?
so,
And the other
oh
goes home?
god, what happens? So you know how the coach he was like got engaged to a lady,
Yeah.
and the two were like, "Oh no," and they like almost got over him because of it. And they're like there's a point in that episode where like, "Oh, we're not going to be able to be with the coach because he's getting married, so we should just focus on racing because we love racing." And then they race real good, and then they go to talk to the coach, and the coach is like, "Oh, my fiance dumped me, so I'm single now." And they're both like, "Oh, we love you, coach. We love you
God,
so much."
no.
It's the worst. Like, oh,
What the fuck?
it's terrible.
The ultimate
terrible.
They went up to Sound Euphonium and they're like, "Hey, we heard you're like the hardcore, most shittiest Yuri bait show ever. Hold my beer real quick."
Yeah, seriously. But it's weird because it's like all of the other pairs of girls, like almost all of them, seem like
Even
they
the
could be super
twins?
gay. Well, no, not them. But
I don't know. Japan likes incest.
oh, true.
Have you seen
But-
Candy Boy?
Actually, yes, I have.
God,
Are they actually sisters or are they like stepsisters?
I think they're.
'Cause I feel like
think
most-
they're twins.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been forever since I watched
Wait,
it. so
let
I
me
don't
search
know.
that up.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
oh, I'd
ever-
have to. Candy Boy.
Yeah, nonchalant talk of the certain
Oh, yeah.
twin sisters in daily life.
Yeah,
God,
twin sisters, Yukino and Kanade. Huh.
God.
I'd
Japan.
forgotten about that.
Japan, why?
Japan.
Japan. Anime is good until it's bad.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, Two Car. Watch episodes 2 through 9, and never watch the rest of it because the rest of it is bad. Ugh. But other than that, I also watched the last episode of Land of the Lustrous, which is so good, and you need to watch it because it's really good.
Does it pass volume 4 of the manga?
It does a little
Okay,
bit.
just a little bit.
It
So it's
is-
probably partly into 5.
Yeah, it's like not a ton, so it's probably like maybe the first third of
Oh,
volume 5.
maybe.
But yeah, that was also I got the 4th volume because it came out the day after Christmas and read that.
I still have to buy it. I have like $100 in gift certificates for a specific bookstore across the city, though, so I'll buy it whenever I go there.
Yeah. But yeah, Land of the Lustrous is so good. They end on like kind of a cliffhanger, but it's done in such a way that it like kind of wraps up what they were doing this season. So it's like it seems like it might or might not get a second season. Like they're leaving it open to easily continue on, but also
Probably
there's
let
enough
the
closure.
manga move ahead a bit, because it's really popular.
Yeah, hopefully it does get the second season. They're just taking their time to get more volumes out.
Yeah, I
Because I
think
think
there's
there's
currently
7 or 8
there's 8
volumes.
volumes out right now. If they did
Yeah.
like into the 5th volume, yeah, they might wait for another volume before they go.
Yeah. Oh, that show's so good though. I want to talk about it with you, but I also don't want to spoil anything for you because I think it's worth seeing the stuff that happens. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there eventually.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep bothering you about it for real this time. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
hey,
bully you until you watch it.
I'm almost halfway through.
Almost halfway.
Almost. 5 out
Yeah.
of 12. That's not bad for me, actually.
Yeah. That is actually pretty good for you.
I've actually been finishing shows too. Like, how many shows do I have left? I was at like 34 the other day. I'm at 28 now. I
Oh
moved some
wow.
to on hold and I finished like 4. So,
Oh. Yeah. The last thing I watched this week was the final episode of Girls' Last Tour because that just like randomly dropped on Wednesday or something.
oh, that's another one I have to catch up to and finish.
It gets really good at the end. The last couple episodes are really, really good. It does the same thing as Land of the Lustrous, where it is kind of a cliffhanger, but it has closure at the end, but also leaves it open to a sequel. And I'm really hoping it gets more because, like, the city they're in is tiered, so there's multiple layers to it, and they kind of never directly mention that for a while, but. And they're like moving up to try and get to the top level, and this ends with them saying like, "Oh, let's go to the top level now," because we did stuff and met some people and stuff. And
I really want to get the manga. I really, really want to get the
I've
manga from my
I've
collection.
been thinking of getting the manga because it's really good. And I want to
It's
read it now.
expensive, but I want it.
Oh yeah.
Because they're the larger size volumes. Kind of like Land of the Lustrous, how it's slightly more expensive than the other volumes from that publisher because it's larger. But usually the larger are better for if it has really intricate art. Like, you can see the art better, which is why I'm like happy with Land of the Lustrous having higher. Sweet Blue Flowers having larger. Yomushi Pedal having larger. I kind of like that they're moving to use larger volumes because they have to up the price anyways to make it worth it. If they give us a larger book too, like, so we get better.
Yeah, it ends up being better for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
So, then the last thing I did this week was I started reading Tomi by Junji Ito. Which is, it's about a schoolgirl who gets killed by her classmates, and they cover it up to make it look like it was a crazy murderer, and then she comes back and haunts them, and it's pretty good. It's very gruesome.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff about Tomi. I've been meaning to read it, even though I hate horror. I'm like,
yeah. I'm pretty sure this is one of the shows. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is one of the shows that is getting adapted into the Junji Ito collection next season.
They might do one of the parts in it, but not the full.
Yeah, because it's really long. It's very long, so I don't know how.
So there's the Ito Junji Kyofu manga collection, which features themed one-shots from him, and one of them apparently has Tomi in, so they might do that specific one.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Because Tomi, no, wait. Junji Ito collection 2-episode special. Wait, what? Apparently, Tomi's getting a 2-episode special included with the second and third volumes of the Junji Ito collection. So it might, like, it's getting, like, OVA specials in it, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Or they're two of the episodes of the collection are going to be part of it, and they're just put separate. I'm not sure how this is supposed to be set up. Yeah.
We will see, I guess. I read the first, like, 4 chapters of that, and that's real good.
Oh, Funimation has also already licensed the Junji Ito collection, so there will be a Blu-ray of that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And get the nice body horror and nice high definition.
Yeah, very good. Nice Blu-ray. So, I guess my turn?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'll start with manga, because I have a bit of that to get through.
Alright.
I'm trying to remember where I ended up last week. I think I mentioned finishing Uchu Patrol Luluko.
I believe so.
Did I mention Shinozaki-san Kiwa Ota Shika ni? Yes, I did mention that. Getting chapters again. That was the 22nd.
Yeah.
So I found a manga called Jahi-sama wa Kujikanai, or Jahi-sama won't be discouraged, and it's about
Mm-hmm.
the Demon Realm's #2, but the Demon Realm's being destroyed, so she loses all of her power, and she needs to find these crystals that give her power back, but it's like a comedic slice of life, because
Mm-hmm.
without her power, she loses her, like, demon form, and is just, like, this random little urchin girl living in poverty. She has,
Yeah.
like, a tiny crystal that can turn her back to her normal form just long enough for her to work a shift as a bartender to
Mm-hmm.
pay rent. It's really funny and dumb, though. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. It's cute.
Yeah. Cool.
So I started reading that.
Mm-hmm.
I binged all of Bungaku Shoujo Toshini Tagari no Pyro, which
Mm-hmm.
Bungaku Shoujo or Book Girl is a series of light novels. They actually got adapted, and I want to get them. But so
Yeah.
this is based on one of the arcs, so one of the novels, and it's really dark and fucked up. Like, it's basically a mystery series where they're like, someone commits suicide and is committing suicide and is murdered, and we gotta figure out why. And there's like 5 people who attempt suicide in it. Like, it's really dark,
Oh.
but it's
Yeah.
really good and compelling. And I really want to read the light novels. I plan to buy them soon. They're a bit out of print, so it might be kind of hard to find. Also, the light novels, weirdly in English, aren't numbered. They're just named after each arc,
Mm-hmm.
which means it's a huge pain in the ass to figure out which order they're in. I have to look up the release date order.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like 8 of them.
Oh.
But yeah, it's good. There's a movie based on, I think, the 5th novel, and I plan to buy that. Or, not buy that. I plan to watch that soon, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. There's also an OVA and stuff. Anyways, I
Yeah.
binged that really hard. There was a new My Ball chapter. Still
Yeah.
a really good show. I want an anime or it to be released in English or both. Good sports
Mhm.
manga. New chapter of Boku no Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Still good there. I finally finished Kill la Kill from the 3rd
Yeah.
volume, which I got sort of through you.
Yeah.
I finally
Sort of,
finished it. It's okay. I like it. I like
Yeah.
having it, but it only like adapts the first arc and it kind of rushes it, which
Oh.
sucks. But I still like it. I like my little hardcover collection of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the only Kill la Kill merch I have besides the stuff that was also when I got the first volume, part of the Omakase box.
Oh yeah.
Because yeah, those Blu-rays are expensive as fuck. I don't want them. And then lastly, I started reading more Tokyo ESP. I actually got like the entire series last Christmas, except for the last volume, which came out in April, which I picked up. But I'm like only halfway through, which kind of sucks. But I'm still working on it. It's a fun series.
Yeah.
I have trouble reading it, like just binging through it, because there's a lot of the artwork is better in color, but I think they might be drawing in color and transitioning it to black and white, because there's some characters that's really hard to tell apart in their designs without color.
Yeah. Oh.
So I sometimes get confused when I'm trying to binge. I'm like, I gotta put this down for a second. This is confusing, but it's good. There's an anime of it too that I want to watch sometime.
Yeah. Cool.
Though I'm assuming it only follows the first half of the manga.
Oh.
Just because I can see the character list, and one of the main characters who shows up in the second half, or 2 of them, have manga pictures and not anime pictures, and that's how you can tell.
Yeah. I was actually thinking of picking Tokyo ASP as a show for next season. It was on.
too.
It was on my list.
I was too. I need to watch it still.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fun. It's like X-Men.
Yeah. Cool.
Japan. So that was the last manga. I was actually reading that today.
Mm-hmm.
And then for anime, which I actually watch a decent amount of. So anything after the 22nd. I watched more Land of the Lustrous. I'm now up to episode 5. Yay!
Yeah.
Slowly getting there. I watched
slowly.
I watched more Hinology from Luck and Logic. I finished episode 8 of that, so I only have like 3 more episodes of that to go.
Mm-hmm.
I finished Blend S.
Yeah.
I like the show. I dislike how little attention they gave certain characters and how much they pushed the relationships, because it starts off as just like a comedy, and it's like, I want to see different interactions by these characters with like all different kinds of characters, But they ended up just sticking the same characters together too much, I think, which really hurt it, especially for the sake of pushing a romance, which wasn't even needed in the series. It would have been just as good without it.
Oh,
Probably better,
yeah.
because it's a 26-year-old manager trying to date his 16-year-old worker, which is kind of creepy.
Yeah, that's a
Kind of
little
creepy.
weird. Yeah.
But, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. God damn it, Japan.
I guess as far as anime being creepy, that's one of the less creepy things they could do. So
yeah,
at
they
least there's
don't
that.
do it in the creepiest way, thankfully, and they do call out a lot. There's a lot of scenes where he's like hanging out with her or something, or like walking her home because for whatever reason, because it's like, oh, it's late, and like a police officer shows up when he starts getting like all excited, and it's just like, sir, we need to talk. So they're at least kind of self-conscious about it, but then they did anyways. I'm like, and then I watched some more Konohana Kitan. I've seen up to episode 7 of that. It's still pretty cute. I need to finish it. It's I do a thing where sometimes I'll watch anime before I go to bed. Right now, this is my show. If I need something to watch before I go to sleep, like just while I'm tired in bed, I'll check out another episode of that. I finished Alien 9, the OVA.
Oh, yeah?
That show is all of my anxiety incarnate. It makes me so uncomfortable. It's only 4 episodes, though. I finally finished it after 3 years. Holy shit, that ending, though. I had to, like, the ending was, I had to search up what happens in the manga, because I'm like, I'm not okay with this ending. I'm not okay with this. And I was like, okay, the manga tells me I can be okay with this. But I still need to, I actually want to get the manga. It's released in English, but it's, like, super expensive and out of print. Yeah, the OVA, unfortunately, just leaves a ton of stuff open-ended, and then just during the ending credits, they, like, seemingly might kill off a character. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, jeez.
Maybe. I'm like,
Just, like, in the credits, it's like,
maybe two. Maybe. Like, it kind of hints. One might already be dead and actually be an imposter, too. It's like, we don't know. Yeah, it's like,
jeez.
It just ends it so open-ended. It's like, goddamn. Also, one of the kids has a vor fetish, I think.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's good, but suffering. Good, but very suffering. I'm glad I finally finished that. I actually did that for the month theme is that can't be shown on TV, so anything like OVAs and movies. So I finished that one for that, and then I can also count our special we watched this week too, the Sorcerer of the Big City for that.
Yeah.
But yes, after that I finished Animegans. The show is good, and then the show turned into I don't fucking know what, but it's still good. It got, I want to say it got more meta than Inception. Like, it got weirdly meta. I was like, I was not expecting this. Like, the second half, it just slowly devolves farther and farther. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this so enjoyable?
I feel like I'm like curious enough about this. I might check it out.
Oh, it's a wild ride. It starts off as like this regular club show, and it's all like, I really love it, but they keep doing this thing which is really weird, and then it starts getting more and more, and it starts going off, and there's a part where I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm digging this as much anymore. It's kind of going like too less club, more holy shit, what is this? Like, it's like I'm in the middle of saying, this is starting to go a little too much for me, and then it just like kicked it up 20 notches at once, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. It's fun. And then there's a random fucking cat girl in the last episode, in like the last 5 minutes, and in the credits constantly, I'm like, who the fuck is this? She wasn't in the show. Why?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
I also think the director like put himself in the show just to kill himself off in one scene.
Yeah.
Like,
weird.
That's why I think. Yeah. Wait, he's a director of something else called Animegans. There was a mini short animation movie of 6 episodes set in the same universe. Or this is like the original. It's 6-minute movie comedy. This must be the original pitch. I should check this out.
Huh.
They did a Ghost in the Shell collaboration too? What? Why is there so much? This guy does all kinds of weird, like, he does a bunch of, like, the 4-coma comedies of popular shows at the time. Like, he did the Attack on Titan picture dramas, the Full Metal Alchemist picture, like, the specials in 4-coma theaters, Guilty Crown ones of those. Like, everything he's done is just been, like, weird comedy spin-offs of the main shows until this. I think he did one other thing. No, that was also, like, a weird music video. This is, like, his first main show, I think. And it was so, yeah, first main show, and it was really weird. It fits.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a good first show. It did pretty well. It was really meta and fun. Oh, and the studio is WoW World, WAO. Oh god, it's the studio that did Hamitsu no Mars. Why would anyone trust them? How are they still around? Hamitsu no Mars is, like, regarded the worst anime of all time. It has a 2.33.
Oh, jeez.
It is
bad.
It came out in 2005. It is a 20-minute film, and it's almost impossible to find online. Even if you're looking for, like, fan subs and stuff, they're almost impossible to find. It's that bad. No one has it anywhere.
I kind of want to find that.
I know. I want to watch it sometime. What else? What other stuff did they do? They did Speed Grapher, which is ages ago. Seems like they haven't done any main. Yeah, they haven't done any, like, main anime besides that and Time Travel Shoujo Mai Wakato 8 Nin no Kagakushi Kushatachi from, like, 2016. Yeah, it looks like they just kind of, like, did a bunch of small special stuff for a while.
Yeah.
After. Yeah, I think after Hamitsu no Mars, they didn't get another big series until, like, 20... They got a series in 2007, but it wasn't enough. They did nothing again until 2016, so...
Yeah.
Nothing big full. So, yeah, they're recovering from that blow to themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Slowly. They're coming back from the break. Anyways, besides that, the only other thing I watched another episode of Chivalry of a Failed Knight and Suffering. Also, hello Geek. Geek's here. Geek's watching.
Hello Geek.
You need to remember to say hi to our chat. We're not used to having a chat.
Yeah.
It's so new and foreign. Ever since Necro left us. Necro's okay though, so it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what matters.
And
yeah, the other stuff I watched was the stuff for our book club. So, do we want to get into our book club?
Yeah, sure. Get into it now.
Do we want to talk about the special Haibane first?
Oh, I don't know. So let's start with Haibane, I think.
Okay.
Wrap that show up.
Oh, that ending.
Oh.
That ending. So...
Oh.
So yeah, the thing that kind of spoiled that I saw was the train coming out of the wall.
Oh,
but because I didn't have the sound on, I couldn't tell it was a train. I just saw this big blob coming out of the wall. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I gotta see this. So I luckily didn't have the sound on, so I wasn't completely spoiled into knowing, oh, it's a train, and that would have spoiled the whole, oh, those were train tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Depression time,
yeah, jeez.
Yeah, suicide warning real fast. This episode was dark.
Yeah, it was. When I was watching, I was so scared it was going to get, like, even darker at some points. I thought that, like, Raka was going to end up dying, just, like, she was going to get hit by the mud train thing instead of Reki and be terrible, but, everything turned out okay in the end, eventually.
Also, fuck the translators. Like, give this to her after that, and the whole thing was just like gets walked on. Like, you're a piece of shit. Like, like it was literally just your life sucks. The message, and he like wrote about how much her life sucked, and it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's so bad.
I want to believe that it was like the way he wrote it was supposed to like jog her memory into what. Forcing her to remember
she does say she remembers after she reads it, and then the thing does break, so that's not her real name. breaks after and kind of see what it actually is. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
so we find out her sin was she commits suicide by going and jumping in front of a train.
Yeah. Sure. It was when this episode started, I was like, I had the random thought of like, oh, I wonder if like the person Reki needs forgiveness from is herself. Like maybe she did something wrong. And then turns out I guess that was it.
It's kind
I
of it's
guess.
like she needed to ask for help and she didn't, and that was
Yeah.
the sin. But
Mhm.
we do come back to the point kind of again where she did ask for help this time around.
Yeah, she did.
Even though they kind of say she didn't. She asked Reki for help specifically while Reki was still in the egg, so she didn't remember until she found the journal that mentioned it. But yeah, we have that whole thing of her like trying to push Reki away and saying like it could have been anyone, which kind of fit what her message said and what she said in the end, but it's still like it could have been anyone, but it was you.
Yeah.
That I needed. And there's the whole thing about it was really sad, the whole like constant I'll be a good Haibane this time I'll be good, like this desperation.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, there is a line from Raka about she said something like I wanted to keep loving her or something when she's pushed away. She like I want to believe in her. I can't keep loving her. So I think Raka actually canonically, as they said, like Reki romantically, because she's also like I don't want her to ever leave. I don't want to like. Though it could also be love in the term of
like familial.
Yeah, but it almost felt like more through a lot of it, I think.
Definitely. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It can be hard to tell with anime, I feel.
Especially one like this where a lot of it's left up for interpretation throughout.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, is Rocker gonna be hearing Reki in the walls? Ooh. Thoughts. That'll be depressing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, she leaves after the party. Reki's like, I'm out. Raka wakes up, follows her off to her painting room, and the entire room is painted like her dream. Like she's turned the entire room into the actual scene out of it. Which I'm really curious for other Haibane that this happens to, because he was talking about how they just they become a hermit and stuff, but this was like more intense. This was like she was just gonna die again and disappear that way, almost.
Yeah.
But I don't think many would paint their entire room to their dream.
This whole thing was weird and wild. I was very unexpected that the show went like this, I think. A second.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I had to sneeze. Oh. But yeah, I don't know, this whole thing, I don't know, I feel very scatterbrained right now.
Yeah, this episode kind of left you like that. It was a lot to take in.
Yeah. So yeah, Raka went after Reki and found the painted room, and that's when Reki starts kind of explaining everything, I guess. And Raka gives her the thing with her name that, explains more of it, I guess. And
reminded her, made her remember her dream.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, it wasn't a road, it was the tracks.
Yeah.
The train was coming.
Mm-hmm.
And she forces Rocket to leave by talking about how much she didn't actually care. She was just using her to try to find forgiveness. Yeah. It wasn't about Raka. None of it was.
Yeah. She was saying that she was just using her to try and get forgiveness or salvation.
And that's where I think that's where the forgiveness comes in, is where Raka's like, I want to believe in her still. Like, I forgive her for, like, treating me like that. Only thinking of herself.
Yeah.
Kind of. I still want to save her.
Yeah.
So I think there was forgiveness in that aspect, and then there's also the whole you didn't ask for help, but she did ask Raka in the egg, and when Raka comes back screaming, like, you
Yeah.
gotta just ask, and she finally says out loud, and her weird alter ego dream self that's holding her back shatters, and
Hmm.
Raka manages to save her
Yeah.
from the mud train.
You had the mud train coming out of the wall. I.
I think it
That
would
was
have
so
been
weird.
well, I
Yeah.
guess it's made of paint, like it's the paint.
Hmm.
But I
Oh
think it would
yeah.
have been way cooler if it was an actual like train, just
Hmm.
hardcore flying through with the mud coming off. But
Yeah.
I guess the mud train does make it feel more otherworldly
Hmm.
and surreal.
I thought this was so weird because, like, when I was watching this, wasn't sure if this was supposed to be like a dream or a hallucination or something, or if it's actually happening. Because,
Well,
like, for the most part, this show, like, despite the concept, it's been pretty like down to earth. There hasn't been like a lot of
we've
magic
also
stuff,
talked
you
about
know.
how it is kind of like purgatory. Like the birds can tell
Yeah.
you when they leave, giant beams of light show up. So
Hmm.
when they leave not blessed, obviously something of similar levels as
Yeah.
the giant light to heaven should probably happen, and I guess that's it.
Hmm. Very true.
I do think part of it was like a waking nightmare thing, but probably also created by the powers, because they also said this is like the time when the wall's power is at the strongest.
Hmm.
So that probably also made it a lot worse and influenced it around them.
Yeah. So yeah, after Rocka saves Reki from the train, they're kind of out of it for a while, and Reki gets up and her wings are all white again. Importantly,
Yeah. Oh.
she and Raka, are talking, and the tag that had Reki's true name on it
Which was
is
like
broke. It,
stepped over or something
yeah,
along those terms.
yeah, it was like the one who was run over and torn apart.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. It had broken when the train stuff was happening, and now it's fixed again and just says Reki, but the small stone Reki, not the other one.
Yeah. Well, I think they say like this. It's a small stone, but it's like a stepping stone. It's like
Yeah, his
giving people the power to take a step forward, because that's what she gave to Rocco, was like her power to.
yeah, his the communicator was doing some voiceover stuff and was talking about how Reki was like a guide to all the others,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's why her name means small stone, and she's like a stepping stone who guides the weak,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was really good thing. And then just get a couple more small scenes at the end. You get Hyoko and Midori, because Midori had a lemon souffle that Reki made, and they never really
Like,
went
I
in.
don't want to eat
Yeah.
them, fine or whatever. And she's like, "You idiot! What color are the lemons?" Because
Yeah.
that's what his firework was yellow. It's like, sorry, I've been stupid. So she sent
Yeah.
back, sorry, I've been stupid. Which
That's right.
I like that point. That was
Yeah,
nice.
that was really good. And I had forgotten what yellow meant, but that's right. He's like, I'm sorry, I've been dumb.
Yeah.
And I like that when he didn't want it, Midori balanced it on his halo.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
That was cute.
The scene Reki has her breakdown is so well animated, and the voice acting is so good.
Oh, it was so good. It was so like emotional and so like conveyed it all so well.
Yeah, just seeing, especially with how much of the facade Reki's had up for like you can see it's been like 7 years
long
worth
time.
of it just breaking down completely, and she really does almost seem like a completely different character at that point.
Yeah, totally.
But Raka's like, nah, you're still Reki. I fucking got you. We good.
Yeah, and then there's when the credits roll, and there's just a kind of montage of people kind of getting on with life, and
she's finally moved on. It's
like,
weird how different Haibane spend different amount of time before moving on. Like, Ku was one of the youngest. She was like the second youngest, and she moved on. But then you have ones that are kids that are there for years until they grow up. I guess because kids get more time because they're too young to remember. Also, that's really depressing that there's that many kids that have sins. But
yeah.
Well,
Well,
only if you're
when
sin bound you have a sin. They could all be like just a
yeah.
lot of kid accents, but it's still really depressing how many kids there are.
hmm
Uh,
Oh, and remember, Reki got there when she was a lot younger, and she grew up. So
yeah,
maybe
yeah, she spent
maybe it's
7
like
years there at least. But
yeah.
Nemu
Well,
was
I'm
also
thinking.
there before her and
hmm
doesn't go till after. Like, her dream doesn't. But I think it's because she's
Yeah.
not sin bound. I think when
hmm
you can't get past your sin, you have a lot shorter time. There's a
Yeah.
chance that even though Reki is forgiven, she could have stayed longer, but that might
hmm
have brought on the chance of, like, losing the chance if the sin left, like, came back or something, or, like,
Yeah.
it's like, I
Total.
want, like, I beat my sin, like, that's all that was the point of me being here, it's time for me to go.
hmm
Like, I'm ready. I don't know what, I can't guess what would cause Raka to be at her point when she's ready, though it seems like she wants to be like Reki, so it's probably after she raises the
hmm
Taibani she finds at the very end, which she finds twins too. She's like, it's twins, even though
Yeah.
they could be two completely different people just growing at the
Yeah.
same time.
Well, two cocoons at the same time is close enough to twins, I guess.
Yeah. Well, because they'll probably be, like, they sprouted at
Yeah.
the same time, so I guess that counts.
Yeah. It's close enough to be twins. It counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The show. It was so good.
Yeah, I'm really glad you chose it.
Yeah, me too.
It, again, was
When
something I would not watch on my own, but I'm really glad I finally did.
hmm This is when I first read the description of the show. This was not what I was expecting it would be. I don't remember what the expectation was, but I remember a couple episodes in thinking like, "Oh, this is way different than what I thought it would be." But I'm glad I
The early
picked
was
it.
also very different from the end. It was very world buildy, and then
Yeah.
it, as it progressed, it started changing less from building the whole world of this and just
hmm
focusing on how the characters lived in this world with how it's set up.
Yeah.
Though we did get some
Yeah.
world buildy parts too as it continued, like the festival and
hmm
the beans and stuff.
Yeah. Oh. So, yeah. I don't know about you, but I rate this 10 out of 10.
I gave it a 10 too.
Yeah.
It was so
Yeah.
good.
It was so good. Oh. And what else has the studio done? Anything
I think a lot
notable?
of stuff.
Yeah.
Radix. I think a lot of older stuff. Yeah, they did like Lamoon,
Oh yeah.
Divergence Eve, Wind,
They haven't done anything
Silent
since
Mobius.
2006, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing the studio's no more, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, or they've turned into another studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they did a ton of older stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
I meant to watch some of this actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna go through this later and
I watched the
see.
first episode of Lemon Angel Project back in 2007. Ages ago.
Huh. So,
Yeah.
oh, the greatest girl band of Japan. Okay.
Yeah, it's like an idol show.
So yeah, shall we move on to the other show we watched this week?
Yes, the OVA special, which is
Yeah.
very Christmassy. I kind of wish we had put off the Matoi finale and watched this last week instead for Christmas,
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
okay. It's still just in time
Yeah.
for Christmas. So I didn't even realize it because I'd only like
Mhm.
skimmed through the trailer and not seen anything. The first scene with her on the train,
hmm
I saw the face. I'm like, this is Studio Sans again. This is by the creators of Babuki Barenki. It
Mhm.
is. No one creates 3D models the same way that studio does. It's very similar to others, but it's also different. And I love the way Studio Sans again does their 3D CG
Mhm.
characters. And then I also love this director.
Yeah.
So it's Dazen Komatsuda. Do you know what he's worked on?
No.
He did Key-Animation on Eureka 7, a very stylish mecha show. He
Yeah.
did Key-Animation storyboards on Evangelion, the movies 1, 2, and 3. Very
Mhm.
stylish mecha shows. He worked on like 2 episodes of Robotics Notes, which is a mecha show that's like a love letter to mecha shows, and then he did Key-Animation on a bunch of episodes of Gurren Lagann, a very stylish mecha show. Then he got his directing debut, where he was the director, episode director, and storyboarder for Babuki Barenki, which is a
Cool.
super stylish like love letter to old mecha shows. Like, it's like a throwback to old school mecha. And the 3D animation, it's so good. And this is the first thing he's done since that ended back in not that long ago. What was it?
Yeah.
2016. Yeah. So it just goes back. All of his stuff is like a crazy stylish love letter to to genres. Almost all of it is mecha. This is his first thing that's not a mecha, and he goes
Yeah.
crazy stylish love letter to like Super Sentai warrior stuff, and
Yeah.
it's great. I love it.
Yeah. This was really cool. I really liked it.
I don't think I've seen another studio do such good. Okay, Orange and Land of the Lustrous kind of, but their models are very different, so the style's not as humanoid and realistic.
Yeah.
Sanzigen, I think, does the most realistically humanoid 3D model fight animation out of any 3D studio. Like, it's got so much style and flair, but it still feels like kind of a regular human would. Like, it's what they would do in like a Sentai show or like in the mecha show. Like, it's
Yeah.
a little more out of proportion in Babuki Baranki, but they really turned it up in this. Like, it's not as humanoid in Babuki Baranki. They do kind of more crazy. People probably couldn't do this, and even though this is really over the top and it's like superhero, people couldn't do it. The way their body moves still looks very realistic to what a person could do. Is kind of what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah.
as far
It
as
was
3D CG goes, I think they do the most human animation for character animation, and I love it. I love this studio.
Yeah.
I love this director. I didn't even
Yeah,
realize it's him until I saw it. I was like,
yeah. I don't think I've seen anything else from the studio, but the CG in this show looked really, really good for the most part.
what else have they done besides Babuki Baranki? Oh, they did Black Rock Shooter, Island Senki.
Yeah.
What other 3D stuff have they done? Oh, they did Arpegia Blue Steel. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. I watched the first season of that. That was okay.
Yeah, that was, I think, their first 3D CG show they did.
Yeah.
Not sure if Miss Monaco. Yeah, I think that was.
Arslan
So that's probably where they
Senki.
started.
I watched some of Arslan Senki, and the CG in that is actually kind of bad.
I didn't even know it
But-
had CG in it.
Yeah, they do CG for big war
2015.
scenes when there's like big armies fighting.
Okay, yeah. But
So,
Babuki
looks like they
Baranki,
just-
its
yeah.
CG is so. The characters aren't to the level of this special, but like it's all mechas, and the way they do colors and stylize is really good. I think that's where they work best. Where Iceland Senki's trying to be like realistic still, but Babuki Baranki
Yeah.
in this special, they just go over the top crazy with like vibrant colors and style, and I think that really works with the CG aspect and part of what makes it look like animate so well in comparison.
Yeah.
Because when you try to make it realistic with 3D animation, that's where you start getting into the issue of what's that called? Where it's like it's too realistic but not realistic enough.
Oh, Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, I think it starts hitting that point sometimes.
Yeah, totally.
But with how over the top these were, there was no issue with that.
Yeah. I just had the thought that in Arslan Senki, the CG looked weird because it was, giant masses of people, which is probably a lot of work
yeah,
to
the
do.
background, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
So
this, it's
that-
like specific front-up characters that, like, you only have to see these, like, 3-4 characters at a time.
Yeah. And, like the one time in this in this thing that in this OVA that I thought it didn't look good was when there was near the beginning they introduced her to all of the other police officers
Oh, yeah.
and
So-
the
some of
office,
the-
and there's
Some of the
those-
background police officers were pretty stiff throughout, that's
Yeah.
sure, but, like, all the main characters moved pretty
Yeah.
good. The witch had a few awkward points, too. The witch named Liberty.
Yeah.
God.
It's so dumb.
I love the plot and how dumb it is. Like, it's
Yeah.
the perfect Super Sentai series.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, so... Also, what's her name? The cop.
Apple. Oh, Emma.
Yeah, Emma Watson, who's like, comes up, I'm not Emma Watson or Emma Stone, I know you're thinking it. It's like, it's such a dumb line, and I love her.
Yeah.
She's like, her design's kind of stereotypical black female cop,
Very. Yeah, very.
but the way she acts isn't. The way she acts is just stereotypical American cop. There is no
Yeah.
racial stereotypes in how she acts.
Mm-hmm.
Or how she speaks, too. They didn't throw in, like, slang or anything, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. That's I actually have a note that she's like checking a whole lot of stereotype boxes of like, oh, she's a sassy black cop and she likes donuts and
She
she
wasn't
wants.
super sassy. She kind of
Yeah,
was.
kind of.
She was
She's
more
like,
she was like weirdly super tsundere ahead of time. Like she was like, I'm gonna be tsundere before I even met you, and then it's just like now I'm crying. It was just like Americanized tsundere, almost less sass, more of that. I think
yeah,
that's at least how I interpreted it.
yeah,
She didn't have like the sassy tone, like she wasn't doing the kind of racist.
like,
Oh no, you didn't like that. There was none
yeah.
of like that in her tone at any point or how she spoke. Also, hello, Sui. Don't worry, I'm
Hello.
not changing my name again anytime soon.
Sticking with this one for a while.
Yeah, even though in the podcast I still say hi, it's robots. It's like hi, it's
Yeah.
Hey Sam. Hello.
Yeah, you have to stick with it for a while because Twitch won't let you change it for a while.
I mean, it's been a month. I can change it again. I think.
I thought it was. Is it a month? I thought it was 6. Or maybe they hold on to your old one for 6. I forget what it is.
Yeah, they hold on to your old one for a while. So if it's 6, you can probably just jump back between 2 over and over again.
Yeah.
I won't be doing that.
Anyway. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, so Apple the bear, named after the fact that they're in New York and the Big Apple.
It's so dumb. It's
Yeah.
great.
So Haruka transfers to the New York Police Department from the Japanese the Tokyo Metropolitan Police officer. They're doing like an exchange training program, and her dad used to work there or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so she's meeting up. She's learning the beat with Emma, and a witch-like character named Liberty, who is very an American girl, flies around and starts bringing Christmas stuff to life because she wants to make a lively Christmas. And she turns Haruka's teddy bear that she always carries with her, even though she's like an adult police officer, but she got it from her dad, like as he died one Christmas.
And that was the present she got that year.
Yeah,
that he died,
so
was
it's
the
like
bear.
it makes me feel safe, and it's like she turns that alive or something, and so Haruka wakes up the next day. It's like bear is gone, and she's all out of it, really depressed, and like it's Christmas Eve. We're cops. You should dress up more. And it's like why? When you think of Christmas, cops in New York directing traffic. It's like that was actually really funny.
That was.
Alright, Sui, take care.
Bye, Sui.
It was pretty darn good.
Then
and then you have to eat hot dogs from a street vendor.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah. I also like Emma's like she makes some line about like, oh, how I wish I could have some like young men throwing themselves at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
She says that I think at the hot dog place in front of the hot dog guy.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is, I think, why later, when she does, the hot dog guy is like throwing flowers at her, and also the helicopter pilot. But oh, what a silly cop. But yeah, so the witch Liberty shows up again and starts making all this Christmas stuff come to life, and it's making a havoc, and Haruka's chasing her, trying to get fixed, and then a toy train comes flying out, like turns into a full truck, comes flying out at her.
Yeah.
And she gets
just before she gets squished between the truck and a train or a bus, Apple, the magical girl, shows up. And
the magical Super Sentai teddy bear that's turned into a cute girl shows up. Yeah. Good timing.
Yeah.
Chases off Liberty for the time being.
And
like,
I thought it was
shit, Apple, what happened? You're a person.
Yeah. She's like, yep, I sure am.
And
Apple has no explanation for any of it, really.
Yeah. Well, they're like, no, it's her, because she like can quote back about the dad too, but yeah, she was brought alive by Liberty. Before, and is just like, yeah, I don't know where I've been this whole time, but here I am. What's up?
Yep.
Here to save you. I'm gonna protect you in New York, just like your dad and you want.
And they start driving around again, looking to save people or looking for trouble or anything, and they're like on the radio. They got the dispatcher from the NYPD like taking this all the Liberty, the Witch, and the magic stuff. It's like really seriously, and like that's not how police in New York would happen. But okay.
I don't know. You have some crazy witch show up making things come alive. I would take it pretty seriously if I was in law enforcement. I'd be like, this is scary shit. I want to fucks with that. You get that fixed right now before it becomes a problem here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so also unrealistic. The leader of the NYPD was a woman. You know they're too sexist for that.
Yeah. Oh.
That might be a little harsh, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think it's New York Police Department that everyone hates the head of. I can't remember.
I mean, probably. Everyone just kind of hates cops, you know, so they probably hate the NYPD. Who knows?
Haruka's a good cop.
Yeah,
So is Emma. But
yeah.
yeah, so
yeah, Liberty shows up again. Yeah.
Yeah.
She fires Christmas tree rockets at Apple, and then moved to town.
Yeah, and Apple chases her off. It's like, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna protect the town. And so chases her all the way off to the museum, and is that where they get on the bike?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, or not quite. They're still driving, the other two. But she's bringing stuff to life. Apple's beating it all, and then she brings to get some statue in the museum to life. I don't know why the fuck there's weird Eldritch god statues in the museum.
Yeah.
But it comes to life and like... Yeah, sorry?
I think what it was is that Apple threw the T-Rex skull at like a crypt or a tomb thing, and like it disturbed it and that awakened the god.
Like some weird undead god T-Rex thing. Monstrosity.
Yeah. And it just appears and busts out the roof and steals all of the city's
electricity. And that's when they're like, okay, we gotta get a bike instead.
Yeah.
It's really funny too, because it's like, just take the note, you can find me here. And he's just like, I can't read Japanese. It's her, like, Tokyo Metropolitan Police Officer thing.
Yeah. She hasn't gotten new business cards yet.
Yeah, so they ride off to find her. And they find the giant thing, and it's like, even Liberty's like, oh shit, we may have fucked up. It's like, Apple's just like, we? The fuck you talking about, we?
Yeah. Yeah. They're fighting the thing, and... Man, did they ever actually name the thing? Did you remember?
I think so.
I don't think they did. Just weird, because they gave such great names to everyone else, like Apple.
What was the name of the guy from the comic book? Like the American
I don't know.
Guy. The super American guy.
I'm not sure he had a name.
I'm pretty sure they do. Like, she says, like, whatever, like, says the name, go get them, because she, like, pulls her out of the comic alive. She can do that. But yeah, there's just this huge battle scene ongoing between them in it, and it's really flashy and cool, and there's, like, Liberty's helping Apple, and they're, like, summoning, like, toy soldiers to fight and stuff, and they summon the superhero from the comic book who's the most American thing ever.
Yeah.
It's really funny. They had more, like, diversity, like, racial diversity in this than, like, anything else I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of people of color and stuff, and it was like, damn. Like, Liberty, Emma, Haruka, because she's Japanese, of course. The American Liberty guy, the superhero they summoned, who's kind of like a mix between Static Shock, Uncle Sam, and Lucio in design, kind of.
Yeah, but then he had a bunch of Japanese weapons. Like, he had, like, 6 or 7 katanas on his back.
Yeah, and he... Even though he also had the guns, didn't he? Guns. But then, he has a big shuriken, too. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah. And then, of course, he gets obliterated in, like, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So I guess he gets beaten as fast as he appears.
Oh, when they're driving through the city and, like, all the power's out and it just, like, turns into the icy city, it's so pretty.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I love all of the, like, color choices in this are so good.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
It's similar to how I feel about Babuki Baranki. It's like a lot of the design, the color palette and color choices really make it come alive and really push it farther.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to
Totally.
like JoJo's. I feel like if they didn't do the color designs they did in JoJo's, it would not be JoJo's.
Yeah.
Like it was really, really good choices.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So yeah. At some point, Emma and Akari got in a helicopter.
oh yeah,
And
Emma called in a police helicopter for them.
Yeah. And then that they crash as they're trying to follow the fight happen.
They,
And that's when
they had to
Liberty's-
show how powerful the thing was, which is why they summoned the superhero guy who just got obliterated by it like so
Yeah.
fast. To give it stakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the helicopter then crashes, as you were saying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then Liberty pops up and starts talking to Akari and tells her the plan.
You
'Cause
missed the part
the-
about Emma, though.
Oh.
It's like,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like laying there, and Emma's like, damn, you're bleeding, you can't keep going, it's like, we're in trouble, and it's like, look, it's the helicopter, the, like, flight guy. He's
Pilot.
knocked out. Yeah, the pilot flight guy. And Emma's just like, ooh, he's cute. Leave this one to me. And suddenly he's like all better and just
Yeah.
jogs over to him. And
Yeah.
Marco's just like, damn, she's fast.
Yeah.
And she's just like,
Yeah.
hold on, I got this.
Yeah. And then
I asked for some hot men. I found some hot men. I'm taking it.
Mhm. All right. Yeah, and then that's when Liberty shows up and talks to Akari and gets her in on the plan. Liberty and Apple are going to distract the demon thing, and then Akari will use her now magic gun to shoot it because
Yeah,
there's a
it got
weak spot in its
Blessed
mouth.
by Apple and Liberty or something. They gave
Mhm.
him magic.
Yeah, and so its weak point is at the eyeball inside of its mouth, which is weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, then they go and they do the plan, and there's been that weird recurring dream that Akari was having of she was like falling off of a building, and then she actually falls off the building, but it's
Then
just that she can fly.
flies because of the magical toy soldiers or whatever flying with her.
Yeah, yeah. And she like tries firing once, and the thing catches the bullet in its teeth before it hits the eye.
It's so
Yeah.
I was like, it's just gonna bite the bullet. Oh, I did it. And they're like, they had to distract the arms for it, but then it's like, oh no, it didn't work. Let's just try again without distracting the arms again. So she's like,
Yeah.
we'll just fire a bunch of bullets at different
Yeah.
times. Maybe it won't bite them all. And it doesn't. One of the bullets gets stuck in the eye, but it doesn't break the eye. And they're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Some Apple powers up, and her
Super
fists turn all
Sentai
green and
power-up.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her little bear ears glow. It's all cute.
Mhm.
And she just uppercuts it so hard in the chin, it like the eye is like its tongue, and it just like bites its tongue off.
Mhm.
Like that's
Yeah.
it. It's gone.
Ooh.
It's done. The fist is like
Yeah.
larger than the city. It's massive,
Yeah.
green, and pretty.
That was very silly looking, very great. It's very good.
So over the top, I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, and then they've saved the day. Christmas is saved.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is happy, and at some point, she said everyone's Christmas, and she explains what she means by that.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
like a poor, sad orphan girl, but she could use magic still then. So she does
Yeah.
try to use magic to play the cards, and like, you didn't buy those. You better put those back. Enough of that magic there, Missy. She was like,
Mhm.
oh. And a
Aw.
police officer shows up and is like, now, like, it's just a kid. Don't worry about it. I got this. And like, it's like, don't, like, you'll be okay. And she's like, I got embarrassed and ran away. I couldn't face him. But he said to me, don't worry. I'll protect the city. It's like, that's Haruka's dad. He used to say
Yeah.
that. It's like, I'm sure lots of cops say that to kids. Like,
Probably.
sure, let's just believe it's Haruka's dad. Like, we know it is because we saw it, but it's
Mhm.
like, that might have also
Yeah.
been a translation thing. The specific way they said it in Japanese
Yeah.
might be a bit more specific because there are different ways to say the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Totally.
might just be a translation thing, but it was pretty corny and kind of dumb.
It
but
was.
great.
It was.
They never really explain how Haruka has magic. It's just like, oh yeah, she's had it since she was like a kid. Like,
Mm-hmm.
literally always. She's just
Yeah.
Liberty. She's a witch. Have fun. There's witches in America.
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
New York's a big city. There's lots of people there. Probably a couple
sure.
witches.
Yeah, I'm sure a few survived the Salem witch trials.
Yeah. Probably.
They must have descendants.
Hmm. Yeah.
We need it for plot reasons.
Yeah.
None of this could happen without it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Haruka's like having a heartfelt felt moment with Apple, and Apple
Hmm.
disappears.
Yeah.
I was so sad. I was like, damn, Apple's
Aw.
like, she even says like Apple was my only friend and stuff growing up. It's like Apple
Aw.
should have stayed a cute girl and like be her
Yeah.
girlfriend and partner
Yeah.
or something. Damn, or at least
Oh,
her
that'd
best
be
friend.
great.
She at least could have
Hmm.
had like a sister or something, just like platonic friends. I don't know, but she's like
Hmm.
back to being alone. At least she has Emma and the other cops, but she's only there on an exchange training program. Once the training's done, she's going back to Japan and we'll miss them all again. It's like she'll be alone
Oh.
again. It's
Oh.
depressing.
Yeah. I'm sure she has someone in Japan.
Yeah, well,
Hopefully.
she still has Apple. Maybe she can find Liberty again and like phone Liberty up. And it's like, hey, how long can you turn Apple into a cute girl for?
Yeah.
Oh, you can do it for like a year at a time. Okay, where
Oh,
you
yeah.
at? I'll pay you some. Let's have Christmas together. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, this is really good. This thing.
yeah, it was
I,
just really dumb and over the top and fun and
hmm
perfect for like a weird, silly Christmas special. It was so anime, so
hmm
anime.
Yeah. I kind of wish it had been longer or there'd been more to it, just so they could have developed the characters a bit
Who
more.
knows?
But it
Maybe there will
ended up being
be
okay.
because if the OVA or ONA does well, maybe there will be more. I'm excited
Maybe.
there's like more Komatsuta Daisen stuff. I would really
Hmm.
recommend if you like this to watch Babuki Baranki. It's not quite the same, but it's like how this is like a Super Sentai throwback that's really silly and over the top. Babuki
Yeah.
Baranki's the same thing, but like mecha shows. Like it's the old school transforming together, combining mecha show
Cool.
over the top.
Yeah.
It's a little darker though, but
Mm. I like darker shows. So that's alright.
it's a fun time.
Yeah.
Also has a Myth and Roid ending, and Myth and Roid is fantastic music.
Yeah. That Bubuki Prank is another show that you've mentioned it so many times. And I'm like, I should check that out.
I still need to watch season 2. I'm ashamed I haven't
Yeah.
yet. I love it so much, but I haven't. I'm like worried. I'm like season 2 people I like are gonna die. I can't do it. I can't do it. I need to though.
Yeah. Get to it eventually someday.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was it for book club this week.
Woo.
But we're not done yet.
Yeah, we got more. We're gonna
Yeah.
talk a bit about because it's the end of the year. What we thought about anime this year,
Yeah.
and what we're gonna be doing for next season of Shenanimegans, season 4, where you can
Yeah.
watch along, and we may one day have a guest on our show. I've been saying
Maybe.
that since episode 1. One day. It's been
Someday.
almost a year since
Mhm.
we started.
Almost. It's been
Yeah.
3/4 of a year. Yeah.
So
Yeah. We didn't actually talk about how we were gonna do this. So,
what
how
I'm
should we do this?
specifically doing is I'm going to
Yeah.
the airing start date
Hmm.
on my anime list, and I'm just gonna look at stuff that started
Yeah.
in 2017 and be like, this is
Yeah.
because I can't talk about stuff I didn't see really, like,
Hmm.
but I can talk about stuff I did see. So I'm just gonna go down. Alright,
Okay.
first show I saw that started in 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some stuff that started in 2016 and in 2017.
Uh,
I guess I should go with ended in 2017. Sure, not started.
oh yeah.
Because like
Maybe. Yeah.
double
To include that
double
stuff.
season stuff, 2 cores.
Yeah.
So first thing,
True.
Long Riders. I watched the first episode and then it was on hiatus forever.
Hmm.
Can't say great things about that. Do we want to just go on about like what we thought was our favorites, or like
Yeah. Maybe
Or-
just
yeah, skip it.
you just like talk
Yeah,
about the
just-
highlights.
Yeah, just recap highlights. So Konosuba season 2, that was fantastic. Really
Yeah.
funny. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't. It's
Have you seen Konosuba season 1?
I have not.
I would recommend them. They're only 10 episodes each, so they're a bit shorter.
Okay.
They're pretty
Hmm.
wild. It's basically, do you like D&D?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
basically if you got a bunch of degenerates together to play D&D.
Oh, that sounds like playing D&D.
It's
Just a bunch of
actually, yeah,
degenerates.
it's really funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, and then Trigatsu no Lion. Supposedly
I've.
season 1 ended in 2017, but I've still only seen the first 5 episodes, but it's so good, and season 2 came out, and I need to watch season 2 still, too.
hmm I've heard that show gets like really serious and tackles some heavy subjects, and
I'm
it's
5 episodes in, and it's gone serious at points. Like,
yeah. Okay.
the main character is an orphan who got picked up by a family, like
Yeah.
a family friend of the dad, who's like, "Do you like shogi? I'll pick you up if you like shogi. Like, I'll
hmm
adopt you, and you'll like push to be a good shogi player. And to be good, like, because he's scared of being left, he gets good to the point where he's better than the man's actual children, and he just starts ignoring his children over him because
Yeah.
they're not as good, and all the other children start to hate him because of it, and he like starts to hate the game and stuff, and it's like, it's complicated. There's a lot of feelings.
hmm
It's a really serious look at like depression and stuff and
Yeah.
self-worth, and yeah. Other highlights though besides that, Demi-chan,
hmm
Wakatari Tai, an interview with Monster Girls.
Oh yeah.
I think
I
you saw
watched
that
that
one.
too.
Yeah, really
Yeah,
cute,
that was
really good.
good.
Gabriel Dropout as well, another really cute comedy slice of life. I was a huge fan of.
hmm
Let's see here. Kimono Friends, of course.
Yeah.
Give it that big old 10 out of 10. I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, if we have a biggest letdown section, Schoolgirl Striker is my biggest letdown. Maybe
Oh yeah.
UQ Holders, actually. Maybe
Hmm.
Clockwork Planet. One of those three.
Oof. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Clockwork Planet.
another. I forgot it came out this year. It was like January, but Kobayashi Maid Dragon. That
Oh
started
yeah.
this year.
Yeah, that show was mediocre.
What?
I
Wait.
I watched the first like 8 episodes of that, and I thought it was got really boring. I,
I
I
kind
thought
of
that the
wish they pushed more the whole, like I understand people ostracise you because you're different, because you're
yeah
dragons, because I was gay. They didn't really take that route, which I kind of wish they did, which let down a bit. But I had a lot
yeah
of fun with it and how gay it was, because I
yeah
actually outright, like, yeah, Toru's fucking in love with Miss Kobayashi. Like, it's gay as
hmm
fuck.
yeah that like I wanted it to be more uh like exploring the dragons getting by in the human world. I thought they were going to get into that more, and then they just like didn't.
I think the manga does it more. There's like another
Yeah.
character in the manga that's not in the anime too,
hmm
which actually wants to do more dragon things, and like, why the fuck aren't any of you guys doing dragon things? This ain't right.
Yeah.
And causes and brings up more of that points. There was a decent amount. I think near the end it brings up more stuff about the dragon world. They talk more about like what it
hmm
was like being a dragon that's supposed to hate humans and stuff, and like
Yeah, they like occasionally got into it in the earlier episodes, and then in the middle they just kind of stopped talking about it at all,
they bring it up
which is a
again
bum me out.
near the
Yeah.
later points. I kind of like the fact that they're like, so you kind of know about us dragons, you don't know all of it, but you're at the point where you're okay with it, where it's like, well, they're dragons, let's just live together. Because I
hmm
felt a lot of the comedy, or part of the charm to it, is just the fact that they could accept each other for who they were without having to know everything about each other. Because I
hmm
find a lot of the times people just, it's almost invasive how much people want to know about you, and I know I find myself finding that where it's like, damn, I wonder what, like, something about this, and like, that's too much. I'm okay with not knowing that about someone.
hmm
And I felt it portrayed that in a way most anime doesn't,
Yeah.
especially with how much is portrayed as being like, you gotta stalk them lately. It's like, it was kind of nice to see that kind of mellow approach where it's like, we can just go with the flow and
Yeah.
yeah, moving on. Highlights, most degenerate show, Ermanga Sensei.
Oh yeah.
Actually, All You Need's a Little Sister is pretty fucking degenerate too. Um,
Definitely.
Highlight, Little Witch Academia finally came out after a year.
hmm
Yeah, I still haven't finished it because I lost all interest waiting the extra 6 months. I'm
hmm
halfway through, eventually. Yomoshi Pedal New Generation was fantastic. Big fan of that. Kase-san
hmm
OVA, which they've also announced the full OVA.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else did I finish that I thought was good and a highlight. Hina Logic and Kakegurui are good, but I haven't finished them, so I can't say how good.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see Princess Principal. New Game
Oh, that
Plus
show was so
2 was
good.
okay, but not as good as Season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're on to like last season already.
Yeah.
Boku no Hero Academia second season was fantastic as well as the first one. It was really good. So it's
Mm-hmm.
great to see more of that. Made in Abyss was fucking fantastic. Oh
Yes, it
boy.
was.
Oh boy. Also, Cersei in the Big City came out in December, so we're counting that. That's a good highlight that we just
Mm-hmm.
watched. But yeah, Made in Abyss was really good.
Yeah, it
Um,
was.
that's my anime of the year. I'm saying it right now. I've already put down on my anime list my favorite anime
Mm-hmm.
I watched this year, which is a list. Like, I kind of choose my favorite anime I watched of the year and the favorite manga I finished of the year, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
finish dates, not when they aired. So,
Yeah.
Made in Abyss, I finished. It was fantastic. It was amazing. I haven't finished a bunch of stuff like Land of the Lustrous, so I can't count that yet. I'd still
Mm-hmm.
probably put Made in Abyss over it just because I love Made
Oh,
in Abyss so much.
why do you hate fun?
Land of the Lustrous might, when I finish the manga, whatever year that might get,
Mm-hmm.
manga finished. Anime Gatteries, I'd actually say, is a pretty big highlight. It was really fun and weird
Mm-hmm.
and dumb. Blind Ass, not so. It was a highlight in some regards, not in others. But those were like
Yeah.
the shows I watched that came out this year that I thought were good, and I finished.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
like Children of the Whales, I thought was good, but I didn't get to actually watch it.
Yeah. I'll
Did I
watch
say
that
anything
someday
else?
whenever Netflix releases it.
Okay. Yeah, one day.
Yeah,
So
someday.
what about highlights for you? What did you?
Mm. So yeah, going back to the start of this year, one of the things from winter season was Aka, the 13 Ku Kensetsu Ka. It's
Hmm.
like the detective in this weird country thing. That was actually really good and really, really stylish.
Hmm.
And, they like it has. You should, if you haven't seen the opening, you should just find it on YouTube sometime and watch it because it's a really good song and it's very cool.
I think I have heard it before. And yeah,
Yeah, that was
it's
a pretty cool
Madhouse
show.
anime, so you
Yeah,
know it's got style.
yeah. And then also classical aid season 1 wrapped up in that
Hmm.
season, and that show was cool and fun. And season 2 was in summer and fall, or fall and next winter, I forget. But I need to catch up on that show. And it was Kuzuno Honkai was okay. It was an okay show. It was
Oh,
weird love
Scum's
triangles.
Wish.
Yeah. And then
I like Gigic's take on Scum's Wish, and he's like, I think he's like, we knew from the beginning when a bunch of people who all hate each other in Cucksville, you get one thing, depression. Or whatever,
yeah.
like in his, like, it's like, yeah, that's pretty much the show, is just a bunch of depressed people that all don't like each other, like the person they're dating and want to date someone else. It's like,
Yeah.
it's
It was
tough.
an interesting show because it was like I don't know. It was interesting to see something very different from usual stuff.
Yeah.
Then
Very
that season I
different
also
type of romance drama show.
yeah. Yeah, and that the last thing I watched that season was Saga of Tanya the Evil, which was weird.
Oh, I still need to watch that. Jojo Senki.
Yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird show because like the main character is kind of a Nazi, I guess.
Well, it's World War One, so not yet a Nazi. Nazis haven't become a thing.
Yeah. Well, I want to
She's
say it's in
still
like
imperial. Like she's still, I want to take
I
over the world,
mhm.
kind of.
Yeah, I want to say that the year they say it takes place in that the war zone is like between World War One and Two, so it's not specifically either conflict.
But
So
it's
I
the
guess
first
it's
world war in this world.
oh yeah, in
Yeah.
that world, true.
But yeah, that world also, they're kind of Nazis. Yeah, but there's
Yeah,
no outright Hitler.
yeah.
It seems
So
like
that's
it
mhm.
because it even seems from what I like the stuff I've heard and seen, because I watched another podcast that talked about a bunch. They were like talking about how it's not like they want to do all these like things that seem kind of like Nazis in strategies, but
Yeah,
this Japanese businessman, the new like he's like, this is the most optimal path, like.
hmm
But I mean, his military learning stuff probably came from World War II
from yeah,
Japanese Axis power knowledge, so that's why all the
hmm
tactics are so Nazi-ish. Probably there's
Mhm.
probably some of that in there reasoning,
Yeah.
and why it's so ruthless. It's just like, well, the
Mhm.
business world is ruthless. It's like that scene from Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's like these are people's lives on the line, and Seto Kaiba's just like, I run a major corporation. I always like I doom people's souls every day or something like that's
Weird.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like that but taken to an extreme.
Mhm.
You want Tanya to lose horribly, but you also kind of root for Tanya a bit.
Yeah.
I
I
think the
like.
reason I won't say they're Nazis is you don't, to my knowledge, I didn't hear about them doing any sort of racial purity stuff.
Yeah, I don't think they do. I'm
That's
not
why I'd
sure.
say
I
it's like
forget.
closer to probably World War One and more about like economic power
Yeah.
and less weird racial hate stuff.
Mhm. Yeah.
It,
I don't, it's been so long. I forget a lot of the details of that show. I do remember the like all of the armies have their own witches and wizards and magic corps
yeah, and their own style of magic. That
and
was something cool. I did look up a
yeah.
bunch of that stuff. Like I think they were supposed to be Finnish or something, or Swedish, and like their magic flying
They're,
devices were all on
or
skis.
skis.
Yeah,
Yeah. The all of the countries have their own thing and like
some
the
have like
ones
metal
Tanya.
horses.
Yeah, the British ones have horses, and the Scandinavian ones have the skis, and then the German ones have just like a weird boot.
Wibu.
It's yeah, I don't know. It was a weird show. It was
Yeah,
pretty good actually. And then after that in spring was Recreators, which was really good.
which I still need to
It's-
watch.
oh yeah, like I've been thinking a lot about how animes have been getting more meta, and that's one of the shows that
Yeah, I'm
got meta.
curious
And
what's more meta, Recreators or Animegatari. I need to watch Recreators just to answer
uh,
that for myself.
the thing I like about Recreators is that it's meta without feeling like it's super meta, because stuff like Animegatari isn't actually all that. I'm not like that interested in watching it because I know how meta it is, and that's like the whole point of the show. But Recreators is like it has this.
Wait, how meta do you think
Yeah,
it is?
I mean, isn't it like all just like anime references to other stuff?
No, it
Oh,
starts
okay.
off like that, and then it
Yeah.
becomes a whole nother level of meta
Mm-hmm.
where I don't want to spoil anything, but there's
Yeah.
points where you literally they're just showing the show in like the original sketch lines and stuff at points for
Huh.
animation lines. Like,
It's weird.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
weirdly meta
Yeah.
near the
I,
end.
I,
Because at first I thought it was the same as you. Like, I kind of enjoy this. I like this. I like this
mhm.
club thing where they just. It's like a love
Yeah.
letter to anime, and then as it went on, I was like, what the fuck is this? It's good, but what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, Recreators. That show's really good. That's so good. You should watch. You should watch Recreators.
I should.
That season also had Attack on Titan season 2, which was Attack on Titan season 2. It was
It lost all its hype after 5 years.
yeah,
Finally. Everyone cares about Hiraka instead now.
yeah. Then also that's when I started watching Sakura Quest, and I still haven't finished watching it. I got like 6 or 7 episodes in, and I'm just like, I'm gonna get through this eventually. It's a very comfy show, but I'll get to it someday.
That's another show I want to watch sometime.
Yeah,
Good old PA works.
it's a nice show. It's good. It's just one of those things of like, it's probably a good thing to binge watch all at once, like in a couple sittings.
Yeah.
And then in the summer season is Main Abyss. We already talked about that a bit. That show's real good. It was a major surprise for me because like we had talked about at the time, is like I watched the first episode and just wasn't into it, and then you made me keep watching it. It ended up being really good.
Yeah. It's weird because I saw like the first 2 or 3 episodes and I was so hooked I read the manga ahead. I was like, holy shit. I can't let you drop this because I know
Yeah.
you like dark shows. And I was like,
Yeah.
you're going to like where this goes.
Hmm.
It is currently ranked number 18 highest anime on
That's
Mal. It has an
yeah.
8.91 out of 98,000 viewers, which is amazing for the fact it is on Anime Strike. I'm
Yeah,
gonna quickly
seriously.
add season 2 to my plan to watch list right now.
Yeah. And another show from summer was Princess Principal, which was really good.
Another one I
Known
need to
for-
watch.
Yeah, another one that was on Anime Strike and probably has criminally low number of viewers because of it.
26,000. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Made in Abyss. I think is the only show on Anime Strike that's hit so high. Maybe Land of the
Mm-hmm.
Lustrous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that. I think Land of the Lustrous also hit really high. Whoops, I went to the manga page, and then I went to the special page. Go to the end. TV page. It actually only has 16,000 viewers. I hear about it a lot, but that's probably because I follow a lot of queer LGBT people on Twitter, and you know, a whole cast of genderless characters. That's again to talk about. There's been some interesting talks about like use of gender in Japanese language and stuff. I've been enjoying trying to learn more about gender representation in Japan. But I'm scared I'm coming off across as like an idiot because I'm not good at explaining things, and it's always at like 1 a.m. when I should be asleep. So
well, also Twitter's a bad place to try and explain opinions because of the character women.
Yeah, that too. That too.
Yeah. Princess Principal was a good show. It seemed kind of meandering at first, but then it kind of in the later episodes brought it back together, and like it was so good. It like kind of gave it a good reason for it being meandering in the first part.
I want to watch it, but I have so many shows I gotta finish.
Yeah. I think you'll really like it. Also, the characters are really cute.
Yes.
Yeah. And then also those Konbini Koreshi, or the convenience store boyfriends, which it was like a super kind of generic high school romance thing, but they just did it really well, which I'm always into that.
Yeah, you like romance stuff, don't you?
Yeah. I like seeing one that's executed really well like this. They just like, nothing terribly original about it, but it was good.
As long as it's not horrible like Two Car. Just don't do it like Two Car. You're good.
Yeah. Oh, Two Car. We already talked about. That's the end of summer season, so we're in the fall, and then we're into. We already talked about some of these shows like Girls Last Tour and Two Car and Land of the Lustrous. And there's also Garo, which is good, and apparently continuing to next season. So
it's a 2018 show. We can't talk about 2017. Next year we'll talk about it.
Yeah, and Junior Tyson. That was a show. Apparently it got a stage play made out of it. And that's going to be happening in like March or something, which is weird. It's weird to me that animes get stage plays in Japan.
See, some I think would work really well. I actually think it could work really well as a stage play because it's so self-contained.
Yeah.
And you really could condense its series down to a small OVA. It did not need to be a 12-episode series.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm interested to see the follow-up to that Junior Tyson thing. With the Zodiac Criminals or whatever it is.
Yes.
I feel like
it's gonna be fun. Yeah. It's gonna be so dumb.
Yeah. It will be.
I'm probably not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna spoil myself again. But it's gonna be fun doing so.
Yeah. And then I just want to mention a couple of the things that I watched this year that didn't air this year. Like I watched Madoka Magica, which is fantastic.
Some of that because I haven't.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and then Serial Experiments Lane, which is also fantastic. And Blue Gender, which is awesome sci-fi, and has and Kids on the Slope, which is one of my favorite shows ever. Like I looked at my my list, and out of the stuff I've rated 10 out of 10, there's actually quite a few came from this year alone. So it was Land of the Lustrous, Main Abyss, Recreators, Kids on the Slope, Madoka Magica, and Haibane Renmei are all things I've rated 10 out of 10 that I watched this year. So yeah, this was a good year for anime. For me for watching anime.
I should check what stuff I finished this year. Let's go to my finish date. Let's see here. Haibane Renmei I also gave a 10 out of 10. I thought it was fantastic. Alien 9 I actually thought was really good and finished. Matoi I really enjoyed.
Yeah. Matoi was good.
Oh yeah, I watched the Girls and Panzer stuff. That was fantastic. I love that.
Oh yeah.
I watched that this season.
Girls and Panzer is great.
I watched that this season. I actually liked a lot of the stuff we did for our show. Like I liked Dream Eater Mary is pretty decent. The Glass no Hana movie I thought was pretty good.
Oh yeah, that was good.
It's fun and entertaining and stylish. Scorching Ping Pong Girls, I had a lot of fun with finally finishing.
Hmm.
Let's see, what else? What else did I watch this season? Oh yeah, I watched Inferno Cop this season. That's silly.
Oh yeah, that's the it's like it's by Trigger, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I binged 2.5 seasons of Haikyuu and loved it. So
Hmm.
that's a high point of this series. The Jing
Hmm.
OVA was I super enjoyed that.
Oh yeah,
I thought
that
that was
was really
really
good.
good. I watched Iron Blood Orphans.
Hmm.
Um, I love that as well. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all. All the stuff I finished this year. Yeah, the cutoff.
Yeah.
Some stuff almost there, but just a little
Hmm.
too late. But yeah, ooh. Yeah, that's some of the stuff I watched this year that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
I did not
Oh.
watch as much this year as I did previous years, but that's okay. Still
Hmm.
watched quite a fair amount, like
Yeah.
37 series. Yeah, I finished 37 series this year.
Yeah.
There's
I
still a few days to
watched.
finish more.
Think I watched about 35. I'm counting correctly. About 35 series I actually finished this year.
Hmm.
And it's like five or 7 or 8 others that I for these reasons. So that was kind of a lot, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really keep track of before this.
Oh, yeah, I should
I
talk
didn't.
about manga.
Oh
I can
yeah,
talk about anime.
yeah.
Manga that finished this year that I really liked.
Mhm.
Let's see, yeah. I'm just gonna look at the ones I finished personally, because that's a
Mhm.
little harder to track. But Bungaku Shoujo, which I just binged, was fantastic. That was really good. I got to finish Hana and Hina after school, which is really good.
Mhm.
I found a cool one-shot called Astra that was really good. Watched Uzumaki, or I read Uzumaki, which I don't like horror, but I liked it a lot.
Mhm.
I finally got to finish
Yeah.
Tonai no Robot after 556 days, and got to finish Akuma no Riddle
Mhm.
after 616 days.
Ooh.
Yeah, oof. My lesbian report for loneliness came out in English, and I got that, and it was fantastic. It took me
Mhm.
303 days to watch it, because it originally was posted with like 5 chapters online of the 6.
Oh. Yeah.
So I read like the 5 and then waited for the release. I was like, come on. As the Gods Say, weirdly enough, I watched the first part of that, or I read the first part of it, because there's a sequel which is like 183 chapters. The first one's like 21. Really
Mhm.
good. Another horror series, which I don't usually read horror, but is really good.
Yeah.
Uh, Nameless Asterism, or Nashi no Asterism,
Mhm.
finished up this year. I finished after 394 days, all 5 volumes. It's so good. I wish there was more. It felt like there should have
Mhm.
been more. I have the pre-order for it, January
Oh.
30th, for the first volume in English.
Yeah.
Highly recommend if you like Yuri.
Mhm.
And I think that's all the stuff I finished this year. Yes, I feel like there's something else I want to talk about that I
Mm.
don't remember. But yeah, that's the stuff I finished
Yeah.
for manga this year. The
Mhm.
highlights, at least. I didn't finish much manga this year, like I finished other years.
Yeah.
I finished a lot more, but yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah, Ukami Shonen. That's what I was gonna say. I finished the
Oh.
main thing. It was a little let down, but it's still okay and good. But there's technically, supposedly, 2 extra chapters I still have that haven't been translated yet.
Mhm.
I'm like, they can't be the .5 chapters, because there's 3.5 chapters, but only 2 extra chapters on Mal. So there has to be like 2 extra
Mm.
chapters somewhere out there.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for them. It might raise my score back to fantastic again. We'll see.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah. I did a little bit of reading this year, but not nearly as much as you. It was mostly just starting series. I
I
had
started way
started.
too many to talk about. I can't do that.
Yeah, looks like I started After Hours and Sweet Blue Flowers,
After Hours is
and
so good.
yeah, and like I started reading Battle Angel Alita since that hardcover came out, and also went back and read Strawberry Panic and Girlfriends, and Kabocha to Mayonnaise. You know, been reading Land of the Lustrous, of course. I always talk
Mayonnaise?
about. Kabocha to mayonnaise. I talked about it last week. It's by Kiriko Nananan, who did Blue.
Hmm.
It was a weird like romance thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty
Right.
alright.
Kombucha
Yeah.
to mayonnaise.
Yeah. Yeah. And then obviously I started reading Tomy. And there was one thing I hadn't mentioned called Pulse that I started reading. I don't know if it's actually on now.
Is that the Ratana? Ratana
Yeah.
I forget the
Ratana. Yeah, Satis Ratana. She's
Yeah,
Malaysian, I think.
not on
Yeah,
now. It's Korean.
it isn't. I don't think it's Korean. It
Ratana
is? Okay.
Satis? I think it is.
No, I'm pretty sure
Satana
she's from Thailand.
Oh, maybe, right. Satana
Ratana Satis.
Ratana Satis. Okay, what is the name again?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was Korean, but no, yeah, Thailand would make sense too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use P something a lot for words, P mu and stuff in some of her other works. Yeah, that would be Thai.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'm not sure.
I've read some of that and like I'm like 2/3 of the way through it.
It's pretty
is.
good. I've read some of the other stuff she's done, but I haven't finished any of it. But I have trouble keeping track of where I am in it because it's non-mal. That's like
Yeah.
me in, but
True. But yeah, that was the little bit of stuff that I read this year. It's all really good.
yes, it was a good year for anime and manga. A very good year.
It was.
It's been a good year for our podcast too. We finally made it.
You did.
Yeah, thank you for being my co-host. I've wanted to make
Oh.
a podcast for so long.
Thank you for doing this with me. This has been tons of fun. I love it.
Yeah, I'm super excited to hopefully branch out our content a bit with like the manga haul videos and stuff. Maybe try to get some more viewers we can chat with.
Yeah, hopefully. We just keep doing it. People will show up eventually, hopefully.
Yeah, it's like we'll be on like season 12 and people are gonna be like, no one's watched them for 12 seasons. How are they still going? I've got to see what this is. And then they'll watch and they'll be like, oh, this is pretty okay. Let's watch.
Yeah, hopefully.
Maybe just no one wants to come because they hate our name. They're like, that pun's so bad I can't watch.
Oh.
Like, I can't have anything to do with them.
Oh, so it's all your fault. Okay.
All my
Good.
fault. It all comes back.
Mm.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. So, actually, I have kind of one last thing to do. That is to talk about the shows we'll be watching for next season for the show, for the podcast.
Yes.
Because I think we've both picked at this point, and yeah. So for me, the show that I'm picking for next season is going to be Gunslinger Girl, which is a show about girls with guns.
Back in from 2003. Some good
Yeah.
old school stuff.
Yeah, I watched the trailer for it. It's in 4:3. I'm like, oh yeah, good old stuff.
Oh yeah, the good old days.
Yeah.
Give me that 4x3.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sexy.
Yeah.
P90s in anime. I haven't seen P90s used in media in so long. I remember that was
Hell
like
yeah.
the go-to gun for so long. Like Stargate and everything. Everything.
It
was
looks so
P90s.
futuristic.
Yeah. Well, it was like the top of the line gun at the time. Everyone used P90s. Now they're all like AR something, whatever, assault rifles.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's probably, I remember last week I was telling you how I want to pick something happier after how depressing my Bunny Renmei
Good
was.
job at that.
Yeah. Yep,
Oh,
that went
boy,
out the window.
This is supposed to be really depressing for what I remember. Yeah, it's like genres, action, psychological, military drama, sci-fi. As soon as you see psychological, you know it's gonna be a rough time.
Very dark.
You
Yeah.
know what? Just for that, I'm gonna change mine right now to Anohana.
Oh,
No,
I don't know.
have you seen Anohana?
I haven't. It's on my plan to watch.
That's a show to watch when you want to be sad.
I
It's
thought
beautiful.
about picking it for next season.
I've seen too much of it to be able to pick that though.
Okay.
My
I'll have to
show.
watch it on my own then. Yeah.
We're just gonna watch a year's worth of Spider Riders.
All right.
Yeah.
In
all
one season.
52 episodes. No. My show is Hitsugi no Chaika, which Wait, check out the Coffin Princess. It came out in 2014. It's by the creator of Scrap Princess, and I love Scrap Princess. So I've wanted to watch this forever and finish it. I've seen like the first 3 episodes ages ago, like back in 2014 when it aired. So excited to see more.
Yeah, I've also seen like an episode or 2, but it seemed cool, but I just didn't keep watching it.
I want them to release the light novels in English. They haven't. They have released the manga though, which I'm planning to pick up sometime. Yeah, there's 12 light novels. The manga's only 5 volumes.
Oh, jeez. 12? That's a lot.
Yeah, I think the manga only follows like the first season of the anime. There's 2 seasons of anime and I think an OVA. I'm not sure. But yeah, I want them to license the light novels and bring them over. It'd be really nice. I'm really happy that they've started licensing light novels a lot more lately, so maybe there's a good chance, because I want them. I want to read them. Yeah.
Because it would depend on how popular the light novels were.
Yeah.
They're worth bringing over the old stuff.
Shaika.
She has really cute character design.
Yeah. Yeah. Knowing Scrap Princess, it's going to be a wild ride. Funny enough, it's very similar to Scrap Princess, where it's about a princess on the run from the government.
I remember one of the early episodes being a heist of some kind.
Yeah.
I don't remember what they're stealing or who they're stealing it from.
Or something. I think it's a heist. But one thing I do remember I loved was the way magic works. It's all like crazy mixed with high-tech power stuff, but it's also like magic circles that are more like almost like circuits and circuit boards, and that was something that was introduced in Scrap Princess that I thought was super cool. It has a super interesting take on magic. So if you like stuff like that, I'd highly recommend Scrap Princess. But
cool.
Yeah, so that's the shows we're watching for next season. So if you want to watch along, we'll be back. We'll be going back to our Sundays, right?
Yeah, back to Sundays. So the January 7th will be their next episode.
It'll be really awkward because January 7th we'll do our episode, and then 14th I'll be in. I will be at PAX South, so I will not be able to do an episode. So we'll have to do like 2 episodes together for the 21st. We'll do a double episode for that again, I think.
Yeah. It's the second episode in the season. That's all right.
Second episode, and we have to do a double. What can I say?
Yeah.
I gotta go see our adoring fans.
Yeah. the Shenanimegans fan meetup in Texas.
Yeah. Come on by Ted PAX South. I'm probably not actually gonna plan that, but
yeah.
Nub Zombie said he might be there, so maybe I'll go see him. I shouldn't be name dropping other streamers, but
that's fine. No one's watching.
Yeah, it's not. I can claim he's a fan of Shenanimegans. It's not actually just because we speedrun the same game or anything that we know each other. It's totally because he's a fan.
Yeah, definitely.
You know who else is going to be there and is totally a fan, and that's why they're going to be there? Whoever that top tier panelist is that everyone's going there to see. You know the one. They're all just there to meet me from Shenanimegans. That's the only real reason.
Definitely.
Totally. It's too bad you couldn't make it.
Yeah, it's too bad.
But you'll have your own meetup, and there'll be just as many high-profile guests who want to shake your hand and get your autograph and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
God, people probably hate us if they actually watch this show. I love it.
That's okay. Yeah.
That's our title. God, people probably actually hate us, or just people probably actually hate us.
Yeah. That's such a depressing title.
Okay, that's not good, but I can't remember anything else we've said this episode. I didn't write it down at all.
Good point. I don't think of anything. I don't know. Well, we need to get better about that. We'll try and be better next season.
Finale. Or who wants to pitch titles right now? Actually, wait. Let's just take Sui's line from chat. Gonna bail on your Wibu stuff.
Yeah.
That's gonna be our title. Gonna bail on your Wibu stuff.
Yeah.
Bless you, Sui.
Yeah. He named the episode and doesn't even know it.
Yeah. There we go. We've nailed it.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. I So I think that's all we have for the episode.
Yeah, that's all for this week.
We made it to 2 hours, basically. Not quite.
Oh,
Do we wait out the last minute to reach 2 hours?
I'm sure we can talk for a minute.
We got
We
like.
can we can promote our YouTube. It's
Oh yeah, we should.
shenanimagans.moe.
Yeah, and also our Discord that we always forget to mention in our
Yeah,
episodes, which we really
shenanigans.
should be doing.
Yeah, shenanimagans.moe/discord to join. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go to shenanimagans.moe/live. Follow robots
I
on
remembered to
Twitch.
talk about us going live using the announcement channel in our Discord. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're actually using the Discord. It's being used.
Yeah.
You can use it.
Yeah, you can talk there to us and other people too.
Yeah, we actually have people in it too. One
Yeah.
of them has internet again.
Yeah.
We've increased it. Alright, we made it to 2 hours. We can end it there.
All right.
Alright. Thank you so much
last
for
thing was-
watching.
Yeah. Thank
Wait,
you.
wait. You have one more thing?
Follow me on Twitter at that guy Wesley.
Oh yeah, and I am at Lyrical Bots.
Yep.
Uh,
We'll see you
God.
in a little over a week.
What a fucking train wreck.
Oh.
See you next time.
We'll see you.